good evening, dear friends. I would first like to thank and I'm honored to be part of the faculty of the prestigious RSSDI meet. I would like to thank Dr. Sabu and the respected organizers for giving me this opportunity for being one of the chairpersons for the session that is tomorrow at 5 p.m. to 6:25 p.m. for the technology symposium. Now, I'm Dr. Alok Modi. I've done my medicine from internal medicine from St. G.S. Medical College in KM Hospital way back in 1993. I have been a fellow of American College of Physicians since then. I've also been holding a postgraduate diploma in lipidology from UK. I also have been fortunate and humbled to be part of many national and international seminars and meets, and I've had publications and presentations at national and international level. And it gives me a lot of pleasure and happiness to be part of the faculty of RSSDI starting from tomorrow. And I wish all the best to the organizers and the entire faculty and the delegates for attending this wonderful melody of diabetes from A to Z. Now, regarding tomorrow's symposium, we have some excellent speakers like Dr. Sanjay Agarwal, Dr. Unikrishnan from Pune, Dr. Rakesh Sahai, and Dr. Priya Balani, and all of them are very good friends and colleagues of mine. And we would be covering tomorrow issues like structured self-monitoring of blood glucose and what is TIR, that is target time in range, which you see in a continuous glucose monitor. We would also be discussing understanding diabetes from a technological point of view, which would make more meaning than we have been doing so far without technological intervention. So basically, how does technology play a role? If we were to go to 2016 ADA Orlando presentation, they did a wonderful study where they showed that the fasting glucose could be reduced by as much as 26 milligrams and HbA1c could be brought down by as much as 1 gram simply by technological intervention, and that to a very basic technological intervention of a SMS communication between the healthcare provider and the recipient, which is the patient, without increasing the dosages and the number of medications in the therapeutics. When I presented this database in the National Study for Bone and Mineral Metabolism a few weeks back in Hyderabad, we found wonderful results when digital therapeutics intervenes in the normal therapeutic armamentarium in a patient with diabetes. So using technology by various tools like self-monitoring of blood glucose through various apps like certain glucometers like OneTouch and all have come out with. CGM, as you all know, Abbott CGM and other CGMs have got powerful statistically inbuilt software interfaces, which gives you a lot of information like glycemic variability and hypoglycemias, unaware episodes of hypoglycemias and fluctuations in HbA1c, which were unheard of few months back, not few years, but few months back, as well as what is time in range, time above range, and time below range, and many other kind of visceral fat reductions and body fitness regimens and flexibility regimens and how lifestyle management tools, when they are coupled with artificial intelligence algorithms which work behind the scene, and very simple tools like apps on your Android ecosystem or iPhone ecosystems or even on the Windows platform, gives fantastic results without increasing medications, without increasing the number of dosages, etc. And it sort of acts as a good nurse practitioner interface between the healthcare provider and the patient. Remember, none of these tools are meant to replace the doctor with his intelligence and clinical acumen, but they augment in a very beautiful manner and give much better results to a patient and a better glycemic control, which translates into overall health and decreased cardiac, renal morbidities and mortality. So I'm looking forward to all of you to attend tomorrow's wonderful session with wonderful speakers, and I hope we can carry that message back to our own clinic and our own prescription packs and give our patients a better life. Thank you very much.